It's the world-famous Frank Show. On 96.1 KLPX.
Wake up!
Frank's up. How about you?
All right, listen. I blame the media first and foremost, and then secondly, I blame video games, and then thirdly, I blame gangsta rap. So,
or maybe it's just all the thoughts and prayers. You think it might be the thoughts and prayers that are a problem?
No, the thoughts and prayers are what we do after something horrible's happened. That doesn't even make any sense.
I do kind of blame it, though.
But what?
I do.
Okay, listen.
Maybe people are praying for the wrong thing.
All right, listen. When I was a kid growing up, we had video games at my house. And this disturbed my old man greatly.
Yes.
He used to talk about how video games, this is a quote from my childhood. There might be a word in here that, Brad, you might need to look up or something.
All right.
My father, my entire childhood, would tell me these video games arouses carnal affections. I don't even know if those words put together make sense.
Carnal affections. It does sound like something only a religious person would say.
Like a reverend would say.
A fanatic.
Yeah. Like an evangelical
weirdo
nut job. Yes. Video games arouses the carnal affections. Now, I blame video games for all of society's ills. I blame Burger Time for my type 2 diabetes, Christine.
Oh, 100%. It's not your fault at all.
It was all those burgers that I was making. And I got so good at it that I could make burgers without ever dying.
I blame Pac-Man for all the ecstasy I ate. Just chase around going gobble, 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 gobble.
There you go. How many dead in El Paso? 20? 19, 20?
20.
How many dead in Dayton? Like 9?
9.
That dude in Dayton unloaded a 100-round barrel in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What do you... If you're unloading a 100-round barrel in 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds is up, then what?
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta come prepared with 400 or 500-round barrels, I would think.
I think he did.
He did?
Yeah. Cops were on him quick, though. Shot him in under a minute.
They got, the guy was wearing body armor. So last night on the news, the cops from Dayton were saying, well, we're investigating this as a possible domestic issue.
Really?
And then I yelled at my TV. I go, the cops in Dayton are lying. They're lying. I've never heard of a domestic incident ending in body armor and 100-round barrels. That's nuts.
Right.
But this guy, I understand, was angry at all these women. So it's the white supremacy incel community that is going nuts right now. Guys can't get laid. The guys hate people of color. And then they sit around and play video games and listen to gangsta rap.
It's white guys blaming everyone else for their shortcomings.
For their problems.
Yes,
absolutely.
Everyone is the problem, not them.
There was this morning when I woke up, I saw a notice on my phone saying that the media is being blamed for these shootings, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. I believe the media is to blame for repeating all of these hateful messages over and over and over and over again. It's just a never-ending cacophony of hateful messages that are being broadcast by media. Constantly, nonstop.
You know what's crazy about these two shooters? They both got in trouble in school for having a hit list made up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the kid in Dayton had a hit list and a rape list.
Ooh.
And then the kid in Texas had he wrote the women he wanted to kill like a hit list in his school in the girls' bathroom or something.
Oh my God!
It's like misogyny and mass shootings are two great tastes that go great together,
and just violence. Yeah,
just
always.
Like if you're every single one of these mass shootings, there's usually some sort of episode of misogyny.
100%.
Always, all the time.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yep. Welcome to our world.
No, it's not like this every other place. Listen, we really need to focus on mental health in this country, Christine.
Oh, my God, I know. It's the crazies, the nutties are running the asylum.
Right. So 2 mass shootings this week within 24 hours of each other. And it's 2 white guys that have been radicalized. But you've got to point fingers at the media.
Yes. And what else?
And you have to point fingers at video games.
And
gangsta rap.
Obviously.
Well, let's go back to the video games. The El Paso shooter in his Screed.
Yes.
Talked about his COD fantasies. Call of Duty fantasies. That's a video game, Call of Duty, where you shoot the enemy. So you got your media that's repeating these hateful messages.
Yep.
You got your video games, which trains these unintelligent white guys. And then you got gangsta rap, which is inciting them because they're constantly hearing women being referred to as hoes and bitches.
No.
It's a giant recipe for no fun.
No. Oh, jeez. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
A garlic festival.
Meanwhile, I forgot about the garlic festival.
I mean, we just talked about this.
That's right.
Last week.
It's so crazy. You just can't keep track of it.
Meanwhile, you got all these people at this Walmart in El Paso. A lot of these Spanish first people.
Yes.
And some of them injured, some of them hit by bullets.
Yeah.
But they're scared of ICE, so they don't want to go to the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I start thinking about, I start thinking about Germany in World War II and what it must have been like to be a Jew, constantly on the run from the Nazis, constantly fearing for your life.
Can't get medical help.
Can't get any medical attention. You can't, every single white guy you see with blonde hair, is an enemy.
Terrified.
And what's it like to live like that 24/7? The Jews let's say, I don't know, some random machine gun fire came into their camp and 2 Jews got hit. And they can't go anywhere. They're just stuck. They know if they try to get help, the Nazis are going to discover them.
Yeah. It is the same.
I don't understand.
It's happening here.
It's not any different.
No, I don't think
it's
so.
not any. In fact, I think it's worse than Nazi Germany in World War II because government's got more information on everybody.
Yeah. And I saw a video of the aftermath of the El Paso shooting, and I won't ever be the same.
I don't want to watch that. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that people at the NRA should be forced to watch it. They need to look at it.
No, it doesn't matter to those people.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Those people don't care.
There's somebody that has to care.
No,
they have to.
You can't show that video to anybody that's in a position to do anything about it because it's the millionaires and billionaires that get rich off of mass murder. Just like people that get rich off of putting kids in cages. It's the same thing. There's a whole economic cycle to all this stuff.
Frank, you're saying that these people have to be like psychopaths.
100%.
Are you saying that that's what you think they are?
Yeah.
I mean, if they cannot look at this and be devastated.
No, let's go back to Sandy Hook. Nothing happened after Sandy Hook, Christine. Babies in a kindergarten classroom.
Right.
That will always be. It's the same thing as.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like if we didn't do anything after Sandy Hook, we're never doing anything.
Right.
So.
It's just going to keep happening.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's this great nation that we live in.
Wow.
With more guns than people, no mental health care, and just hateful messages being broadcast 24/7 in a million different directions. And stupid white guys not smart enough to filter through all the nonsense.
And no gun control.
And zero.
And none.
Zero control.
That to me is the first step. That's a step that all the other countries have taken. And they don't have any mass shootings.
No, they just listen, if someone's bound and determined that they're going to do harm, Christine, it's not the guns.
I have heard this all weekend.
Come on.
Madness.
Come on,
So
Christine.
why have a law against anything?
That's what I tell these people.
The bad guys are always
why
going to break the law.
Why say rape is against the law then? What's the point?
Yeah, why do that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Groove's on line 1. Go ahead, Groove.
Hey, man, I don't want to see in your Cheerios or nothing, but, man, your correlation between what the Nazis did to the Jewish race and what a couple of brown people are getting shot up.
Just a couple. Just a couple.
It's not a couple.
Hey, Groove, don't ever listen to don't ever listen to me ever. No, don't ever listen to me ever again. Don't ever call into this show. Don't ever call in. Don't ever call in. Don't ever listen to me. Don't ever call in.
I can't believe he just said that.
This is like
I'm
this
shocked.
is like
A couple
part of the
brown people
part
are
of the
like, it's no
problem.
big deal.
Part of the problem.
Yeah,
Part of the problem.
It's the dehumanization of people of color.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, you can't compare. Shut up.
Oh, because the volume's different?
Shut up.
It starts with 2.
Shut up.
It starts with 9. It starts with 20.
You can't be. What I was talking about was the horror and terror and fear that those people live in.
Right.
So, Groove, shut your stupid face. Were you a Jew in World War II? Do you know what that horror and fear feels like? Are you a brown person now? I'll tell you what, on the morning of November 9th, 2016, my brown colleagues came to me sobbing. That's before any of this went down. So shut your stupid face.
And now, in our society, we call this Frank Show Entertainment News.
So I compared the horror that brown people are living in now to the horror that Jews were living in World War II.
Yeah.
And the Groove got so upset with that he called up and was talking to Brad off air and called me a faggot.
Oh, my God. Whoa.
Because I talked about these people the Groove was saying that the Nazis experimented on Jews, which is all true, and that we're not doing that with brown people. That may be true, but we're shoving them in cages.
That's all we're not doing.
And they're still living in horror and fear. So Groove was very upset with me and wants everyone to know that he thinks I'm a faggot and that I can say these things to his face.
What?
Yeah.
Because you were defending
brown people.
Yeah. Because
and he minimized the situation in El Paso just because a couple brown people got shot.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
So that's the kind of people we've got to deal with here when we do a radio show. Say it to my face. Oh, okay. Well, go F yourself. There you go. I'm right in your ear.
You're never going to get in his face. I mean, like, that's so stupid.
What am I supposed to do? Like, get nose to nose?
Are you coming over to my house? Like, where are we going with this? It's stupid.
Dog the Bounty Hunter is very sad.
Oh, I'm sure.
He went to Twitter on Friday morning to slam the burglars that robbed and vandalized his store in Colorado. I didn't know Dog the Bounty Hunter had a store.
Me neither.
Well, some of the property that was stolen belonged to his wife that just passed away,
Oh,
Beth.
my God.
So hours later, Dog the Bounty Hunter addressed the public in he held a press conference over this.
I'm sure he's upset, yeah.
He urged the person responsible to come forward within the next 48 hours or he's going to come looking for him. The Bible says when you steal from the dead, that's an unforgivable sin.
I don't think it says that.
I don't know.
I've never heard that. But okay.
But you got to use the Bible any way you can to try to persuade somebody to do what you want them to do.
And he does.
Yeah.
He really does.
So he urged the people, the Bible, it's an unforgivable sin. So it's not only I and the police officers looking, but also God.
Oh, God.
This hits home pretty bad.
He is just, if you look at
Hold
him.
on 1 second. Hey, Brad.
What?
Who are you chatting with?
Just a guy. It's not the Groove. It's just a guy talking about social media being a problem and all those challenges. Because then you got kids that are doing these challenges with no consequences.
I love how everyone's got the answers.
Yeah, I know. And
social media, along with the gangsta rap and all of the violent video games.
How is it not guns? How is not guns the problem?
How is it not hateful rhetoric?
Yeah.
How is it?
But also guns.
Yeah, that too.
I know the founder of 8chan it's a cousin to 4chan. Is saying he wishes the company would shut down now.
They're doing it.
Yeah.
Cloudflare just released a big statement saying that they're shutting it down.
You gotta shut it down.
They say it's going to pop up somewhere else. It
always will.
Yeah.
When they shut down the Daily Stormer, they said it just popped up somewhere else, but they don't want to be responsible for it.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, number 1 at the box office over the weekend. It took in $60 million. Bumps The Lion King down to number 2. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is at number 3. Spider-Man Far From Home, number 4 at the box office, and Toy Story 4 at number 5.
Man, I got to go to the movies. Been a long time.
I didn't click on the link because I don't care, but I saw the headline yesterday that said how Fast and Furious became Hollywood's biggest series or whatever it is. Franchise.
Right.
Fast and Furious is Hollywood's biggest franchise?
Yes.
Yeah, Hollywood needs to get to work on a better franchise.
It's insane. But a lot of that's because of, China. They basically make these movies for that market, and it makes a ton of money.
They love fast cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roger McGuinn tells David Crosby, dude, I don't hate you.
Oh, that's nice. and then David Crosby says, "Go screw."
Yeah.
Shut up.
Go F yourself.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then David says, "Say it to my face."
Yeah.
Roger McGuinn tweeted at David Crosby to clear up the idea that he hated his former Birds bandmate. That exchange led to Crosby suggesting the pair should perform together.
Oh, my God.
See, Roger, you screwed up.
Yeah. Roger's like,
I just didn't want David to think I hated his guts, and now he wants to work together. This is why you can't interact with David Crosby.
No.
You give him an inch, he takes 10 miles.
That's right. Yikes.
McGuinn was responding to a press article about Crosby's new documentary, Remember My Name, in which Crosby notes, "I still have friends, but all the guys I made music with won't even talk to me. One of them hating my guts could be an accident, but Roger, Graham, Neil, and Steven all really dislike me strongly. I don't know quite how to undo it." I'm with you. I'm with you, David. I don't know how to undo all the unlikes I've got as well.
I think you just keep going.
Well, I got Groove. The Groove has hit unlike on me on my social media
Of course.
profile.
Yeah.
Well, because he wants me to say it to his face. And I'm a faggot.
That's so weird and stupid. Unbelievable.
Hey, Brad.
Yes, sir.
You know the story with Bam Margera? I know, like, you're his biggest fan.
Yeah, well, okay. I do enjoy Bam Margera, and I'm concerned for him.
He's on a self-destructive downward spiral. Now Steve-O's reaching out to try to help. Steve-O is trying to reach out to help.
Hasn't Steve-O been trying to help him?
Yes.
For like a year now.
Longer than that. I mean, Bam has been hitting rock bottom and it's been at rock bottom now for about 4 years.
Huh.
Yeah, it's sad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's the deal then? Is this something new, or is this just the same rehashed story?
No, I mean, what happened was he basically was making videos, like screaming for help to Dr. Phil to like help him.
Oh, yeah,
and
Dr.
his
Phil's
family.
the only guy that you can think to reach out to?
I guess.
I think Dr. Drew would be more fitting here.
He already went to celebrity rehab with Dr. Drew, and that didn't help.
It says Friday night, Bam started posting long ranting messages on Instagram attacking his wife and mother.
Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
And his mother's awesome.
What about his wife, Nikki? What's he attacking her for?
I don't know.
Oh, Bam. You know, I'm one of Bam's biggest fans, Christine, so this is worrying.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why he feels the need to attack his wife and mother on social media.
Oh, it's very disturbing.
It's sad, isn't it?
Poor Bam.
Yeah, everyone loves April, his mom. I'm surprised that he's attacking his mom. And she's always been a positive influence to a certain extent.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Batwoman is definitely going to let Ruby Rose's hero have girlfriends and go on dates. Swears the producer.
Ooh, that sounds very sexy.
Historically, mainstream movies and TV don't have a great record with LGBTQ2SA plus characters. And even when they have carved out screen time for them, the characters tend to be sexless. Their dating life off screen are non-existent.
Yeah.
So, Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose's hero. Who's Ruby Rose?
She was the hot chick in Orange is the New Black for like one season, and then she went viral just because how hot she was. And she is a real life lesbian.
Did she do shower scenes?
Oh, yeah, of course she did.
Because that's what, Orange is the New Black, Christine, if you're not familiar, is a TV show about women in prison.
No. Heard about it.
And so when this show debuted, the very first scene was a bunch of naked ladies in the shower
All
getting clean.
boobies.
Yep.
And then after that, no
more
boobies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like this because it makes it more realistic. Because usually, like in sports, if a woman's dominant, she's a lesbian. And now Batwoman would have to be a lesbian if she's out there kicking ass.
That's completely not true. There's plenty of athletic ladies that are not lesbicons.
Yeah. Who's that short-haired female soccer player?
Rapinoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk about all the
She's
other
lesbian.
Yeah,
How about
let's-
Serena Williams?
Yeah, let's talk
Venus
about all the
Williams.
other ones that aren't lesbians.
The Williamses? Well, they're black women playing tennis against a bunch of white women. So,
But they're not gay.
But they're not gay.
No,
and there's
no.
a bunch of ladies on the U.S. soccer team that are
lots of
straight.
right.
Rapinoe might
They're
be-
not the star of the soccer team, no?
Well, the captain or the most known. But Rapinoe's also played in a third World Cup, too. So it's not like she's a noob.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
She's that great, and she has longevity because of her diet. She's a lesbian.
And she's a lesbian. But I don't know how that has anything to do with her diet.
No, I know what he was saying.
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's getting at there.
She eats a lot of fish.
This is just like so not funny and so hacky and so like awful 80s small market radio.
Yeah.
I've been trying to like carve this hack out of the show for what? A year plus now?
You can't. It's like embedded in it.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you don't think so?
I think we can get the proper tools and carve it out.
Okay.
You know who doesn't like tools? Rapino.
She does. You're wrong. I heard her talk about it.
Speaking of tools, as soon as Tools catalog hit streaming and digital services for the first time on Friday, all their albums cracked the top 10 on iTunes.
Excellent segue, by the way. Yeah, that's very nice.
Very nice.
It's major market segues.
Yeah, it was.
Unlike your small market hack comedy.
Get off my ass.
Yeah.
Get off
I've
that.
got to set the example for you and for Groove.
Yeah. Oh, good. Now we're a team. You just lumped us together now.
Right?
I make one lesbian joke, and next thing you know, I'm with the Nazis.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I never said Groove was a Nazi.
I know.
Why are you saying Groove's a Nazi?
I'm
Now
not
you're just
saying
trying
that.
to make things worse.
I'm not saying. I'm glad he's not listening
Who's
right now,
on
'cause
hold?
I did not say that.
Who's on hold for 10 minutes?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy who's like 90 who's talking about social media.
Oh, that's the social media guy. Yeah.
We're in the middle of the show and Brad's just chit-chatting. I go, yo, Brad, what's going on over there? What, we're all working. What are you doing?
You know the problem. I want to just hang up on them, but they sound so nice.
Yeah. It's hard when they're
Yeah.
nice.
There you go. I got to teach Brad how to not be nice.
Right.
How to be not nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot on your
Not
plate,
nice.
man. You got to teach you not to be a hack and not to be nice. And,
Man,
I mean,
like
go
that.
on and on. Yeah.
You're like his dad. That's weird.
What else? Let's see. Ed Sheeran now has the highest grossing tour of all time. This little ginger kid.
Ugh.
Now, what are you going to that for?
I just can't believe it. Like, I tried to listen to some of his music yesterday, and I just was surprised.
I don't know that you listen. Did you listen to the newest album?
Yeah.
Did you listen to the
Collaborations.
first track with Khalid, "Beautiful People"?
No. Didn't
Yeah,
hear that
you need
one.
to hear that one. No, that's the first track. I don't know how you listen to the Ed Sheeran album. Don't listen to track one.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was
I
just
like the start of track 4. Okay.
No, on Spotify, it just goes from like most popular. Are you okay, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Most popular to, it just has a variety, a little smattering. So,
Right.
a random list. So I just turned it on and I thought, wow, he's just singing like his diary or something.
I don't
It's
know.
Weird.
So listen, here's my thing on Ed. I never heard of him. How long has he been out recording? A decade now?
Yeah,
Almost.
probably,
So there was like a decade ago, I had a neighbor that lived across the street from me said, hey, my daughter wants to go see this guy named Ed Sheeran. Any chance you could get tickets? Never heard of the guy.
Yeah, no.
It was a decade ago. 2 weeks ago, I watched the Beatles movie where the kid gets hit by a bus yesterday. Ed's in that movie. Now, I didn't know Ed was in the movie. So I'm watching the movie, and all of a sudden, here's Ed. Christine,
Yes.
I was taken by the little kid.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Is he a good
charming.
actor?
He was charming. He was sweet, and mostly surprised by his crooning abilities. I'd never heard him sing before.
Oh, yeah. I think he's a good singer. But in a lot of his music, he's just like, I'm going to the store and I love you. And I hope I'll buy a pack of cigarettes and I really will come back.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
He just sings songs his
Yeah,
words.
okay, listen. I've been going on a Prince kick lately.
Yeah.
You want to talk about someone that just sings songs words?
Really?
Oh, my God, yeah.
I didn't think Prince did that.
It's been 7 hours and 13 days since you took your love away. I can
Yeah.
go out all night and sleep all day.
Yeah.
I can put my arm around anyone I like.
That's a real melody, though.
Yes. I know, but it's like,
actual song.
like after you listen to it over and over again, it's just like, oh, these are. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song.
I
Oh,
love
jeez. Wait till you sing it a million times. You won't love it anymore.
Is that my problem? I haven't heard it in a minute. That's why.
On 96.1 KLPS.
All right, so let's recap the first hour of the show.
Oh, fun recap?
Fun recap.
Hey!
We'll recap the first hour. We came on at 6 o'clock. We addressed the mass shootings. I said brown people are living in fear.
And they are.
And now I've got a text on my phone saying I'm an ignorant piece of S.
Yeah. Now you're being harassed for no reason.
Now I'm being harassed. Radio host harassment. Radio host harassment.
You know what? In the industry, we call that engagement. Way to engage, my friend.
But I've been trying to explain this to people that run radio stations. Enragement is engagement.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is piss someone off.
If it rhymes, it's true.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Amen. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Church.
So now
Church.
I'm an ignorant piece of S
Uh-huh.
because I talked about how brown people are living in fear.
Right.
Well, that's good.
And I'm a hack because I make lesbian jokes.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
I mean, that's not really.
Well, we can't. I
That
can't
can't be-
lump myself into your
Well,
thing. No. I see how it is.
let's see here. Lots of sex increases post-heart attack survival rates. So if you suffer a heart attack, start banging.
Yeah.
oh, really?
I got to send this to my wife. I don't want it to be a situation where I have to have a heart attack first before she'll start sleeping with me.
It's
Yeah.
preventative, too, though.
It
Oh, it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
It says sex can save your life. Getting it on increases long-term survival rates after a heart attack. All right, 65 or younger. At the time of a heart attack, 520, what? Oh, yeah, 1,100 male and female participants, all 65 or younger, at the time of their first heart attack. That happened in 92 or 93. And then they did follow-up. They tracked them.
Yeah, okay.
They were tracked by researchers through 2015. So it sounds like 15 years of tracking after a heart attack. By then, 524 of them had passed away. So it's almost half.
oh, geez.
Of the survivors, those who had done the deed multiple times a week were 27% less likely to die during the study period.
Woo!
So you get a 30% chance of living over 15 years after a heart attack if you do it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, here's my question.
Okay.
Is this the same as just the simple exercise regimen? Like, will
Yeah.
you get the same results?
I bet not.
You hit the treadmill and you exercise, you get some cardio a couple times a week?
I'm going to say, I bet no. No. Can't
Yeah,
be.
I think it releases more chemicals in the brain and then also the endorphins and thin the blood.
But also, yeah, but what about like oxytocin and stuff like that where you're bonding with someone, and touch, being petted.
Oh, the touch, the feel of cotton.
The fabric of our lives,
That's
Frank.
right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, the touching and the feeling part is you get added benefit that you don't get from just running on a treadmill.
Yeah. Plus, love makes the
think
heart
so.
grow stronger.
It
Right.
does.
Yeah.
I thought love made the heart more susceptible to pain. Is what I thought.
Oh,
That's a
you're
negative.
such a cynic. No, babe.
2 words of a beaten down man.
Yeah. No. Oh.
Are you, so you telling me that love is supposed to be a good thing?
Yeah.
No. All right.
That's what I hear, anyways. That's what I read. I wouldn't know.
I got Groove saying I'm a faggot and I'm an ignorant piece of S. So what am I supposed to think?
Tell him you love him.
I don't love him. I hate his guts right now.
Oh, well, it's a love-hate relationship.
I've pwned him though. That's why he's angry.
Yeah.
He's been pwned.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
that
why,
is it.
That's why it's radio host harassment. Hey, so Brad, maybe you can help me out with this.
Yes, sir.
What do we got here? 708. It's the Frank Show. So I saw a post on the Frank Show Facebook page last night. Somebody said, "Hey, I won tickets to go see the Rolling Stones from the Frank Show. Thank you, Frank."
No.
Yeah.
This was a while ago, but we're giving them away again.
No, this was like a posting from last night.
Yeah. He or she must have won them a while ago.
Oh.
And now we're giving away Rolling Stones tickets again all week long.
I know that. That's why that's how I'm starting this whole thing off.
Right.
Because I was a little confused by that post on Facebook last night. Because the guy said, "Thank you, Frank. I'm going to see the Stones." And people were like, "Oh, wow, cool."
Yeah.
And I was like, I gave tickets away because I don't remember.
Yeah, I do. I remember giving them away. That was a big deal.
6 months ago.
yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, it's because Nick canceled. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I thought this was like a second go around. The Stones are doing another, but they canceled that original
Right.
Phoenix date.
Yep.
He had a heart thing.
Did he, or did he just? Did he have to be there for the birth of another child? I feel like he had to make an emergency birthing room visit.
Maybe.
So, all right, here's the deal. Rolling Stone tickets to give away all this week. Rolling Stones Song of the Day, and this is how we're doing it all week.
Okay.
Around 7 o'clock, I'll be giving you a Song of the Day. And then when you hear that Song of the Day, you'll be caller number 9, and you'll win a pair of tickets to see the Rolling Stones. August 26th, State Farm Stadium in Phoenix. All right? So, again, all this week, the Rolling Stones Song of the Day today is I Can't Get No. Satisfaction. This is supposed to be Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones, but it sounds like a rainstorm, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That's not the song, babe.
Well, it says it's the song.
No, that's not it. It's just static, honey.
I know. I want to know if that's some album version that we don't know of.
They just play 5 minutes of static before the song. There you go.
All right, so this is your Rolling Stone song of the day, Satisfaction. Not now, but through the rest of the day. When you hear Satisfaction, be caller 9. You'll win a pair of tickets to see the Stones August 26th at State Farm Stadium in Phoenix. All right, that's fun. All right, Brad, help me out. I think we're about ready to chat with Olivia Newton John.
What?
Yeah, can you believe that?
I can't. Hold on a minute.
I know.
I was not ready. I did not know.
No, I didn't know until this morning when I came in. I had no idea. So
wow.
Here's what else I didn't know about Olivia Newton John.
What?
She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1992.
I did know that. I keep my tabs on Miss Olivia Newton John. She is a treasure to me, and I grew up with her. I love her.
Yes, Miss Olivia.
I love
Hi.
you. I love you. Oh my God.
Yes. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
We're doing well. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Florida. Beautiful Florida morning.
Beautiful Florida morning. Very nice. I didn't know if you might have been in Down Under or what. But when was the last time you helped?
I'm going to Australia in September. We have our annual wellness walk research run for my Cancer Wellness Centre down there in October. And I'll be going down there for a month and going to my Gaia Spa and seeing all my friends. I can't wait.
Good.
And if people while I'm talking about that, if people want to register, if they can't make it to Melbourne, they can register as virtual walkers on the ONJ site. So that would be fantastic.
Okay, let's talk about the site real quick. That way anybody listening can listen to the rest of the interview with this knowledge. What's the website, Olivia?
wellnesswalkresearchrun.com.au.
And we'll post it on our... We'll post it up on our Facebook page for you as well.
That would be great. And then they can walk anywhere. Last year I had people from Germany and Belgium and England and Ireland and all kinds of places in Europe walking for my centre in other parts. So it would be wonderful, and I'd appreciate any help we can get.
It says here that you're not only thriving as you battle cancer, you're also helping others. So first off, a breast cancer diagnosis in 1992. How many years on are we now? I can't do the math myself.
Oh, gosh. Well, can you do it?
28.
25, is it? Or 26? 28, is it? My gosh.
28,
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
there you go.
I mean, that news had to have been devastating like it would be for anybody. But for you to be a survivor for nearly 3 decades is quite the accomplishment.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I've been through it another couple of times since then, but I'm fine. I'm doing great. I have a wonderful hospital. I also have an amazing husband who adds plant medicine, medicinal cannabis to my regime, and that's helped me incredibly, and I'm doing fantastically. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
I heard a beep. I assume that's a producer telling us our time is up. Is that correct? No?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, that was very short. I hope not.
Well, that's why I was asking, because I felt like we just got you on the phone. Let's talk about let's talk about the cannabis. When did that come into your life as a treatment for you?
It's about a year. It wasn't anything that I was, doing before that. But my husband is an expert. He worked in the Amazon for 30 years, and he has great knowledge of plants.
Oh, wow.
So I've been taking other herbal things, but the cannabis helped me incredibly with pain.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that I weaned myself off morphine with cannabis.
Yeah.
And it can be done. So if I can do it, other people can do it. And it won't kill you. That's the thing with opiates.
Have you started to take on some of the stoner lifestyle clothing and nomenclature?
Do you have dreadlocks now?
Have you started asking strangers if they're holding?
Do you have hacky sacks laying around, Miss Olivia?
I think that's the problem, and that's the misconception about medicinal cannabis. You don't have to be high, and you don't have to act stupid. You can just feel better and be out of pain.
I've tried to.
I tried to just do the second half.
Olivia,
I've been given a bad rap. It's a healing medicinal plant.
Yeah,
right.
I've tried to explain to people that a lot of times it helps by just blocking the pain receptors. That's what people don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Good.
Yeah. So you need to start talking about it in that positive way.
Oh, okay. Real quick, I see there's Julian's Auctions. Now, you're also doing auctions to help raise funds, so let's touch on this.
Yeah, so I have a huge auction coming up with Julien, Julien, and they are auctioning off my jacket and pants, which I've had the dream, my Grease jacket and pants, which I've wanted to do for many years, and because last year, which was the 40th anniversary of Grease, that was my intention, but I ended up being in my own hospital, so it kind of just made it more important for me to raise money so we can continue with our research and programs down there. So started with the jacket and pants. Now there's stuff from my movies, from my stage stuff going back to the 70s, from my touring clothes, books that I've written, scripts that I've been in, letters, T-shirts, furniture, jewelry. I mean, it crosses the gamut. Art, just a cross-section of my life, really. And someone's going to win these things and enjoy them, and the money's going to help. A great portion of the auction is going to my Cancer Wellness Center.
Olivia's jacket and pants from Grease. I'm gonna put in a bid on this, Christine.
Oh God!
And I don't know if my bid will be the winning bid, but I'm going to start the bidding at $100.
Yes, good. I'll go 101.
All right.
Woohoo! Yes. Oh my
God.
Olivia Newton John has been our guest. She's got so much going on. There's a walk that she'll be doing soon from Melbourne. There's also an auction to help raise money. And there's what else have I missed, Olivia?
My book. I have a book called Don't Stop Believing that has been out for a couple of months, and it takes you on a journey through my life and everything in positive journeys.
Yeah.
And I also talk about my cancer journey, and a portion of that has gone to my hospital as well. And that made the New York Times top 10, which I was very excited about. So I think, and I did an audio version for people who want to hear the spoken word. It's also available that way.
I just love her voice. I love your voice.
Yeah, we want to hear the audio version.
I'll do the audio version.
All right, Olivia, real quick before we say goodbye, have you had a medical marijuana brownie that was so potent that you forgot what country you were in?
No.
No.
But see, there's a fun side to the medical part of it, too. I'll just leave it at that.
Of course there is. Of course there is. But we need to educate people to know that there's also a serious side that really seriously helps people.
That's true.
It really does.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton John, it's an honor and a pleasure to chat with you, and good luck on everything going forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. She's lovely. She's lovely.
I can't even tell you what she means to me. She's a treasure.
And she didn't call me an ignorant piece of ass.
Well, why would she? She doesn't know you.
And she also...
She has to know him to say it?
Yeah. And she also didn't call me a faggot, which I thought was great.
She was definitely thinking it, though.
Was she?
No.
A couple of those questions. She was probably like F word.
No, she's so nice.
No, she's Olivia Newton John. She's from Australia.
She's so sweet.
And she's all like, let's get physical.
Let's get... Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, what are we waiting for?
I can't believe I talked to... I didn't really talk to her.
You talked to her?
Sort of. I mean, I said a word. I can't believe I just heard her voice.
She's great. And you know what? If you look at a current photo of her, she doesn't look a day over 25.
Oh, she's beautiful.
No, she looks a little bit older than that.
Yeah, but she still looks great.
Still gorgeous. Yeah, you'd be lucky.
Oh, my God.
We'd be lucky.
You'd be lucky.
I would be
lucky.
lucky.
No, you'd be lucky.
She needs to redo Let's Get Physical and make it Let's Get Medicinal.
Yeah.
That will spread the gospel.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
I love it. Am I high? I think that's a good idea.
You might be.
Hey, you, pay attention. Back to the Frank Show now on 96.1 KLPX.
All right, we're getting ready to start Dumbass of the Day. And, hey, Brad, I need more stories like this one. This little jewel thief girl.
Yeah.
There's a little California girl who tried to steal a jewel, like e-cig thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. And she thinks she's an Instagram influencer.
A jewel thief.
Go ahead.
I thought you meant like
an actual
a necklace or a ring or something.
2019 is a different thing.
I think you're stupid. Real stupid.
He suffered brain damage. Brain damage.
Dumbass of the day.
All right, a California woman whose Instagram page is filled with photos chronicling her world travels was arrested this week for the unglamorous crime stealing a Juul vaping device from a Florida gas station, a heist from which she sought to flee in a Lyft car, and then an Uber van. According to investigators, 23-year-old Kate Lamothe asked to purchase a Juul device around 11 p.m. Tuesday at an Exxon in Pinellas Park, where she was staying in a home about 3 miles from the gas station. Kate, who arrived at the Exxon in a Lyft car, allegedly took the Juul device from a clerk and bolted from the convenience store. It says here the Juul device cost $42.79, Brad.
Yeah, they're expensive.
It's like an $8 markup on just the device itself from what we got here.
Yeah, it's cheaper to get actual Juuls.
Yeah.
Should have went for the necklace.
Yeah. When she attempted to flee in her Lyft, the driver declined the opportunity to be Kate's wheelman. Undeterred, Kate called for an Uber and began walking away from the Exxon. When cops arrived, they found Kate inside an Uber van in a parking lot adjacent to the gas station. Kate, who reportedly confessed, was charged with retail theft, a misdemeanor, and booked into the county jail.
You know how I know that we're in the future? If you read this story 10 years ago, none of it would make sense.
Right.
The Juul theft, the Lyft, the Uber, it's all just vernacular that is
Kate's
2019.
Kate's mugshot would not pass muster on her carefully curated Instagram account, which includes photos of her beach, ski, and European vacations and a private trip to Las Vegas. In addition to an assortment of contemplative poses, Kate's page, which has been made private, also advises visitors to be humble. It looks good on you.
Oh, God, one of those.
Except for her mugshot. Look at the mugshot.
Yeah.
It's easy to be humble when you're broke.
Yeah.
You know what she's going to say?
Huh.
She's going to be like, I forgot.
I forgot.
I wasn't trying. I did both. I was just in a hurry and I forgot to pay. If I had the money.
Authorities say Ira Glover has been on a roll in recent days, stealing dozens, if not hundreds, of rolls of toilet paper and paper towels from a store to supply his own janitorial company.
This stuff's expensive, man.
Stuff's happening in Trussville. I don't know where that is. Alabama. The roll came to an end Tuesday morning when police say the 50-year-old Jefferson County man tried it again. And this time officers were ready to wrap him up with a high-tech surveillance operation at the Fresh Value store. Glover ended up leading lawmen on a chase that ended in a crash on U.S. Route 11.
Oh, no. He
Over
got
his paper towels.
You're not getting this toilet paper. Yeah. You're going to have to catch me if you want this butt wipe. No.
Trussville Police Detective Ben Short said the spree began March 17th when Glover allegedly pulled a truck into the store in cloak of darkness and started loading up the truck with paper products. In the theft, police said he made off with $113 worth of toilet paper.
What?
Much like today, police said Glover led them on a chase before he was captured. He's currently on probation for that crime.
Oh, my goodness.
Then he picked it back up on Friday. Short said he and a female accomplice on Friday and on Monday again hit the store.
He won't stop.
In the two heists, they are accused of stealing $125 worth of toilet paper and paper towels. Both thefts caught on video camera.
Oh, my God.
Then on Tuesday at 1 a.m., Glover showed up again at the store, again trying to make off with a haul of paper products.
He won't stop.
A short time later, the chase was on and Glover was quickly captured.
Wow.
Look at
crazy.
Look at the female accomplice.
Oh,
She's
my
like,
God.
I got toilet paper over here, baby.
I got it. I found it.
Short said Glover owns a janitorial service and was apparently replenishing his stock with the stolen goods. He's now being held in a county jail.
Oh, my God.
I feel bad for him.
He was obsessed with it.
I feel bad for him.
It was like he kept getting caught, and then he's like, nope, I got to go back.
I feel bad for him.
Why?
Well, because he's, he needs money.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? I get what you're saying because he was doing it so that he could work.
Right, yeah.
That is interesting.
It's kind of one of those, what do you call them? A moral dilemma?
Yeah, it is a moral dilemma. You're right. I think I might just drop the charges and be like, here you go, dude.
There's you could take like a whole course in college on ethics and philosophy and all that. Hey, meet Aria Hudson. Aware that she was wanted on a probation violation charge, the 31-year-old Floridian Wednesday night turned herself into the Pasco County Jail in Land O'Lakes, a Tampa suburb. Hudson, who was convicted last year of grand theft, arrived at the lockup wearing a hairpiece.
Oh.
As with any incoming inmate, Hudson was subjected to a search which included the examination of her hair, both real and synthetic. It was during that review that contraband was located in the skull cap lining of the hairpiece.
Oh, dang.
Specifically, Hudson had 94 pills on top of her head, 35 capsules of gabapentin.
It's gabapentin.
Okay.
Which I take.
Which is often crushed and snorted by drug abusers.
What?
Yeah.
And 59 pills of tramadol, a painkiller.
No.
Christine, do you crush and snort your gabapentin?
No.
What is it? Gabapentin?
You just said you take it.
I've taken it, but I don't.
Gabapentin.
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 I take it sometimes at night. It helps me sleep, but
Right.
it's not. It's not
But
great.
when you say take it, you mean crush it and snort it.
Right.
I inject it actually right in my
Ew.
neck,
Wow.
between my toes.
Wow.
No, I just take it when I'm prescribed. I actually don't abuse that one.
Really?
I'm
Because
good
your
at
nose
it.
has been getting smaller.
Wow.
Is it shrinking?
The tip of it's a little red, too.
Yeah.
Either way, Hudson charged with felony narcotics possession and introducing contraband into a detention facility. In her mugshot, she's minus her hairpiece. So.
Wow. I can't believe all the drugs that smuggle into prison, these crap ones. Is that all she can get?
Maybe she's got rheumatoid arthritis, Christine. Did you ever think of that?
Yeah, she might. That is what is prescribed for these.
Exactly.
Yeah, she could have something like that.
All right. Finally, in Dumbass. This is from your old stomping grounds of Portland, Oregon, Christine.
Really? Give me.
38-year-old woman's been charged with assaulting a public safety officer and unlawful use of a weapon after she allegedly attacked a police officer and used his own baton to beat him as he tried to assist her following a motorcycle crash.
Oh, God. He's trying to help her?
Angela Dunson of Portland transported to the hospital and treated for injuries suffered in the crash. Police say the officer was driving to respond to a call with his police lights and siren activated when a motorcycle rider in front of him started to speed up, then lost control and crashed.
Ooh.
The officer pulled over to try to help her and address the dangerous driving behavior, but the rider got up and ran away. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
A struggle ensued when the officer attempted to take her into custody, and police say Dunson attempted to grab the officer's taser, then grabbed his expendable baton, or expandable baton.
Uh-huh.
She's accused of using the baton to assault the officer.
Oh, she just wildcatting.
Dunson was previously convicted of unlawful use of a firearm in 2017 after shooting up her boyfriend's car following an argument.
Oh, see what I mean?
Yeah, she is hellcatting.
Yeah.
Another officer arrived on the scene and used his taser on Dunson. She was taken into custody while the officer she attacked was transported to the hospital.
Well, that's not very Portland-like behavior. I feel like she needs to move to Florida.
I know. Well, she assaulted a public safety officer Friday evening. That's like an hourly occurrence in Florida.
Yeah, she needs to go to Florida, or I'm going to say Tucson sometimes.
No.
Tucson's crazy.
Arizona is you can compare Maricopa County to Florida.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Not Pima County.
But I have seen a few like little desert rat girls with their cut-off shorts,
You have?
flops, and
Where?
pop cups.
Where?
Just walking down Grant Alvernon area.
You gotta go,
You know
close
what
to
I
the
mean?
university.
Would you start taking pictures, please?
Sure, yeah.
We should have a running picture series on our Facebook page
Little
of
Hellcats.
hot chicks you see in your neighborhood.
Even if they're not hot, even if they look like they're doing like the walk of shame or whatever.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
do see that in the mornings when I drive home.
That's my favorite.
In my university district. It's funny.
the best.
Because I know what she was doing last night.
Gross.
Being dirty.
Yeah.
She don't live with mommy, daddy no more, and she wants to do it.
Woo! Yeah, my Safeway's getting real hot. It's very
Ooh.
sexy.
Yeah.
Whether he's ready or not. Frank! Now back to the Frank Show on 96.1 KLPX.
So I was reading through, this is a whole piece here about how Americans spend many hours a month doing manual labor at their house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I go, all right, we'll see how we stack up.
Okay.
Because whatever this says we're doing, I guarantee you we're not doing it as much as other Americans
Oh,
are.
yeah.
53 hours of manual labor around the house every month? 53 hours? A new study puts 2,000 Americans found that when it comes to home and lawn keep up, Americans put the work in.
Are they talking about like chores, like doing the dishes or and laundry, stuff like that?
Is dishes manual labor, though?
Yeah, it is.
There, nearly a full day every month is devoted just to home-related tasks, while even more, 32 hours goes into keeping the yard looking fresh.
Okay.
So let's see. They found that with all the labor Americans do a month, they would net $384.25 if they were paid according to the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour.
Whoa.
Which is nothing.
That's nothing.
So where'd all the hours come from? The average American reported that during the warmer months, they'll spend 6 hours every month just mowing the lawn. All right. Well, we live in the Southwest, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's not a thing.
That's pulling weeds.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean.
But on top of that, Americans will spend 3 hours cleaning up the weeds in their yard every month.
Yeah. Oh. That sounds about right.
It says edging. I'm sorry. 3 hours edging the yard.
Edging?
Does that sound like a sexual term?
Yeah, it is.
It is actually. Yeah,
that's how like warped we are. Because I'm like, edging, huh? You do that to the yard too?
Yeah, that's weird.
Does the grass like it?
Yeah.
So, 3 hours edging the yard, 4 hours pulling weeds, 4 more hours tending to the garden, 3 hours laying mulch, 4 hours watering the lawn, and 8 hours doing additional miscellaneous tasks. So unless you got a garden here, I feel like none of us living in Tucson or the Southwest have to deal with any of this.
Right.
But when it comes to house chores, the average American spends 4 hours per month cleaning the bathroom, 4 hours cleaning their bedroom, 5 hours on laundry, 4 hours washing dishes, and 4 hours vacuuming. That totals 21 hours.
Once again, I'm considered below average.
Yep, me too. Do not do.
It talks about 4 hours washing dishes. I spend about that amount of time just cleaning the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you? I see commercials where they go, "Hey, you don't need to clean your plate off before you wash your dishes." That's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get caked on baked ziti? And
that's what the ad says.
No.
You can put that baked ziti dish, just put it right in the dishwasher.
And it's coming out spick and span clean.
Some dishwashers, I think, can handle it. Some of the new ones, yeah.
You know what?
What?
I refuse to believe. I have to soak everything in water for 24 hours. Even then, it's still a fight.
Let me tell you what, I like to soak it. I mean, I like to tell myself, that needs to soak.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't have to wash it.
That's right.
That's future use problem.
Yeah.
So it's household work and the lawn upkeep. It takes a lot of time. But I feel like I'm contributing to the economy by having landscapers come to my house.
You are, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They love it.
And last summer when we were in Michigan at my mother-in-law's house, my mother-in-law insists on cutting her own grass. And she's 72.
Oh.
And I'm driving around the neighborhood, and I'm seeing 24 different lawn care services.
Yeah.
She refuses. I say, Karen, why don't you have one of these crews come over? Well, if you have them come over once, then you have to have them come over all the time.
No, you don't.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
And even then, why not have them come over all the time?
Exactly.
They like it. You like it. Yeah. It's fine for everybody.
Yeah, you got money. They need it.
Yeah.
They're doing a job. They're getting paid. What are you doing?
It doesn't hurt anybody. Maybe she just loves being outside, though.
I don't know. She goes, I need a new lawnmower. What? Talking about? Well, I've had that riding lawnmower for 20 years. It's probably time to get a new one. Or you could just have one of the crews come out.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
She's retired. What else is she going to do? And it's a riding lawnmower, so that's got to be fun.
I bet she loves it.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot in the summer.
I would love it.
Thank God it's radio. You do not want to see this. Here's more Frank on 96.1 KLPX.
So we had mass shootings this weekend in El Paso and Toledo. And I go on the radio and I talk about what's going on. And I got white guys coming after me, calling me a faggot, telling me that I'm an ignorant piece of ass. Also, you better watch out because you're going to trigger someone to come after you.
Mm-hmm. I was like, is that a threat?
Yeah. So that's happening. Meanwhile, Mickey, who played the game with us last hour, who won tickets for...
he won the Paisanos gift card.
Oh, yeah. Mickey was on the phone with Brad, and Mickey told Brad that he's a brown guy with kids, and they're scared to death every day.
Right.
And Mickey appreciates me taking a stand.
Yeah.
So I got, somebody out there appreciates what I'm doing. Thank you. Yeah. That was nice of you, Mickey, even if you just shared that with Brad.
And I appreciate it. I mean, my boyfriend's brown. And this could be, I mean, he doesn't feel very scared in Tucson.
Right.
But I know he is weird when we leave Tucson.
Right, yeah.
He's always looking for an exit.
Right.
He's always like standing real close to me if there's a lot of white people around.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows what it feels like to be profiled, too. And unfortunately,
Absolutely, he
profiling cases continue to go up.
Yeah.
You thought your boss was bad, Christine and Brad.
Do I?
Yeah, you thought I was bad. You thought I was a maniac.
Yeah.
Well, you have a certain set of issues.
Well, yeah, but Brad gets all upset when I go, "Shut up, stupid."
Yeah,
and I go, "Dude, I don't say that when the mics are off."
All the time.
do.
I only say that when the mics are
That's
on.
not true.
You guys are going to have to show me some tape.
So when we go out together.
What is it? Like, you got to be smarter than the door dummy or something?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I called him dummy this morning just out of, I hear it all the time. I habit.
See? I get other people referring to me as dummy.
Well, okay, so,
Sorry.
but you thought your boss was bad. How about this? Hidden cameras, stolen lunches, and rude notes. Do I ever steal your lunch, Brad? Christine?
I don't bring it in. I don't need till noon.
Yeah.
Do I ever use hidden cameras on either one of you? You know, there's plenty of radio... You laugh, but there's plenty of radio hosts that would secretly audio record their colleagues.
I bet. You know, yeah.
I'm right.
Yes, I think so.
I'm 100% right.
Yeah.
Do they do it for content reasons?
With
though?
that, and also to have some kind of compromise. Compromising material they can hold over their colleagues.
Well, there's a lot of radio hosts that their egos
Psycho.
are so fragile. And they are psycho that they are just paranoid. They're like, I just got to know what they're talking about. And they will set, I've heard that.
There's plenty of general managers that do the same thing. Well, they'll have videos in all the studios with audio. There's been general managers that have fired people because he heard audio of them talking bad about him behind closed doors.
Yeah. Radio attracts weirdos.
So Board Panda compiled a list of the worst offenses from bosses worldwide. So this is good. This will give you some perspective.
All right.
No, okay. Everybody thinks they have the boss from hell sometimes, but these people really do have a claim to that title. One boss even appeared to fall foul of employment laws by saying that they'd fire everyone if they didn't work on Thanksgiving. You can't do that. What are you doing? One employer stealing their workers' food. Another installing secret cameras, Christine. This is my new favorite pen thing here. Please order an S-ton more. P.S. If we don't have any more by Monday, you can use this one to sign your resignation.
What?
Yeah, somebody likes a certain type of rollerball pen.
And wants more.
And wants more.
Can't just like ask somebody to please order more and
No,
things.
P.S. If you don't have more by Monday, you can use this one to sign your resignation.
Jeez.
Yeah. I do not receive volunteers for holidays. I will schedule people and fire them if they do not show. Please step up and help the situation. Just because the store is closed does not give everyone the right to not have to work. That being said, everyone will be here or be fired if Thanksgiving is not taken care of. Oh, okay. I'm out. See ya.
What a psycho.
See ya. I was attacked these are notes written by bosses to their employees. I was attacked at work by a drunk employee, and my boss won't fire him because he's too lazy to work the open shift. So I quit.
Wow.
Someone will probably be with you shortly. Have a swell day. Oh, that was a note that was left at the counter.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Notice to public. All tips or gratuities given by the patron are not the property of the employee, but instead belong to the employer.
Oh, man. If I saw that, I'd slip them.
You know who's doing that
What?
is one of these food delivery services is doing it.
Really?
Yeah, DoorDash?
Is it DoorDash?
It's DoorDash. So if a lady orders, a person orders $10 worth of food, and they tip the driver $3, that $3 tip goes to the overall order, and DoorDash takes it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they have to make money. I mean, my friend and I started a delivery business in college.
They started a delivery business.
I know.
I know they did.
Didn't do well. No. Yeah. And so I can't even wrap my mind around how these companies like DoorDash are really making money because it is difficult.
Well, they have a delivery fee.
The delivery fee, but they also get the discount on the orders, right?
Yeah.
So they get a percentage of the food orders.
Okay.
And that's essentially the business model. But they're going around not having to insure their drivers and stuff as a cost.
They
For
don't have
right
to do
now,
anything.
it will change.
My boss ordered a box of 6,000 pepper packets instead of a shaker. So now I get to spend my Saturday cutting open packets for our burger seasoning.
Oh, my God.
Wrote one extremely unlucky U.S. worker. And they've got a pair of scissors, and they're cutting open the top of all these pepper packs and then pouring the pepper into a container. You got to be kidding me. Who does that? Who orders someone to do something like that?
I don't. Oh, my God. Wow.
One person told the story of a secret recording device under the break room table at their workplace in Oregon. The suggestion was it was placed there by management because people's lunches were getting stolen, but also added that its placement was suspicious.
Yeah, that's not because lunches. Who's going to sit around and talk about the lunches being stolen? Like, I just took this lunch. I'm just telling everybody.
His boss didn't like the color of the chairs in the break rooms. Now we just don't have chairs. And this person who works at an IT firm in the U.S. So one guy at work doesn't like the chair colors.
So they went, bye. No chairs. Can't sit down on your break.
So I bring a pecan pie to work. By noon, it was missing. I found it a few hours later in my boss's office. Said this U.S. worker who was shocked to find their boss was eating their pecan pie. I will say this, Christine, you or Brad bring in a pie. There's a good chance I might sneak a bite.
There's a good chance we brought it for you.
Oh.
I mean, if we bring in a pie, we're not just eating it on our own.
My pie, I leave at home to eat because it's mine.
There's a photo of a support column at a factory in Canada. And according to the person who posted this picture on Reddit, their boss refuses to get it fixed. Look at the support column and how the concrete's completely...
Oh, my God!
The concrete around the bottom of the support column is completely chipped away, and all that's exposed is
rebar.
Rebar, yeah.
That's it. It's just and 4 of the rebars are gone.
Are like bent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, we don't need to get that fixed.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll hold. It'll hold.
We don't have any stories from restaurant workers?
No, there has to be.
Restaurant owner fires girl for not wearing bikini on camera?
I mean, it is a job requirement. If you don't want to wear a bikini, don't work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you doing?
That's why I don't work at a restaurant.
That's why Brad doesn't work at a restaurant. He doesn't want to... He doesn't want to, like, prance around with some old dude in a bikini.
Right.
I get it.
Brad will look great in a monokini, though, I bet.
My tips would be 30% higher.
Hey,
I guarantee
you can't say that word on the radio. Oh, you said tips.
Yeah.
Yes. His tips.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Making sure. You know, okay, so here's the question. And for me, the answer is a resounding yes. Have you ever wondered how much it would cost to open up your own fast food franchise? Yeah, sure, I have.
You really?
I have wondered that. Yeah.
Oh.
I always heard like a McDonald's is like $1 million. That's all I've heard is like, and besides that.
I've never even thought about it.
All right. So, I'll tell you why. When we lived in Kentucky, there was a family that went to our church. They were the Crisps.
Oh.
And they had Crisps Dairy Treat.
Oh.
It was like a Dairy Queen, except owned by the Crisps.
Uh-huh.
Well, when we were there, the Crisps had been enjoying a good run with their Dairy Treat. It was the go-to spot after every sporting event, baseball, football game. You go get your footlongs and your milkshakes and all that stuff.
That sounds good.
And it was good. And it's still there, and it's still good. Grandma Crisp came to church every Sunday morning reeking of onions because she was the first one there every morning cutting up onions for rings and stuff. Well, while we lived there, right adjacent to that Dairy Treat owned by that family that went to our church, they built a McDonald's. And the hand-wringing that went on when that McDonald's was going up.
Really?
What's it going to do to the Crisp Dairy Treat? They're going to go out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
So I remember thinking like, oh, man, well, they've got some money, but you've got to really have some money to open a McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody looked at a bunch of different franchises and how much it costs to open one. Spoiler alert, it's not cheap. All right. A McDonald's, how much would it cost? 40% of the initial cost if it's a new location.
Oh, wow.
Or 25% if it's an existing location. So that's a lot of money.
So more than $1 million, maybe.
Well, we don't know what 40% of initial costs are.
Yeah, it depends.
I have no way of knowing. I don't know.
But if you're building up your own restaurants and everything on the land, I mean, that's going to cost money. Yeah.
Plus, you also have to have a net worth of at least $500,000. So if you don't have a net worth of at least $500,000, corporate won't even consider you.
So McDonald's is out.
All right. Taco Bell. What do they want? $45,000 up front.
That's doable.
And a net worth of $1.5 million.
Not doable. You got your hopes up, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, free chalupas.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So McDonald's and Taco Bell's out. Maybe like a 7-Eleven, like a convenience store or something.
I have thought about, I would think it would be cool to have a convenience store and just live upstairs. I knew a family that did that,
Right.
and they were just, it just seemed so great.
Yeah.
And then they closed it whenever they wanted to.
And we
open it
all
when they
know
wanted.
that convenience stores intake has gone up considerably over the past couple years.
Yeah.
It's like replaced grocery stores for everyone shopping.
For a lot, yes.
So 7-Eleven, it depends on the location, but the average is around $200,000 to get started.
Wow.
That's not bad.
So that's for 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's not bad.
How about KFC?
I want to know just so I know what their spices are.
Right, just so
Yeah.
you can find the secret recipe.
That's right.
Well, if you want to own a KFC franchise, a $20,000 down payment,
Damn, that's like a car.
Yeah.
plus you have to have $1.5 million net worth.
Wait, why do you got to be rich already?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause
What is their purpose?
It takes money to make money.
I don't understand that.
And the people that are moneyed up don't want to be slumming it with those that aren't.
Yeah,
It's pretty simple.
that's a bummer.
It has that. I think you. I mean,
It's
it
like
sounds stupid, but I think you're right.
I am.
It's like I want to have
just sounds so
a
dumb,
net
though.
worth of $1.5 million. I need a KFC to help accomplish
Right,
that goal, but
exactly.
you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, Burger King. Maybe KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's ain't your bag. Maybe it's Burger King.
Yeah.
As low as $15,000,
That's crazy.
but your net worth has to be at least $3 million.
Well, see, that's just elitist.
Why?
Yeah. What happens if something happens to that BK location and it's not covering, it's not covering its daily nut? Then corporate goes, oh, well, you know what? They got at least $3 million in assets. They're fine.
What does it matter if the person has $3 million in assets or not?
I just explained it. In case things go awry, they've got financial wherewithal to bear the brunt.
Right, so when people aren't buying Burger King because they don't,
Yeah.
they can keep it afloat for a while.
Sonic. All right, Sonic. It'd be a little cheaper. It has to be than Burger King or KFC.
I think so.
$45,000 and at least $1 million in assets to own a Sonic.
All right.
Nobody touches Sonic's tater tots, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Nobody comes close.
Throw
never
some
had 'em.
American cheese on that, and bam, you get a
Yeah.
winning combination.
Really?
All right, Subway. Anywhere from $140,000 to $340,000, but Subway has no net worth requirement.
Hell, they don't even care if you're a pedophile.
Well, they do.
They do.
When they find out.
They do now.
Allegedly, yeah.
Wendy's, at least $2 million up front plus $5 million net worth.
Damn.
Oh, damn, Wendy's.
Arby's, at least $315,000 to get started plus a net worth of $1 million.
Oh, man. Arby's, I thought they'd just hand them out. Like, please just have this.
Hey, listen,
Right.
we've got the meats.
Yeah.
We just need a wealthy person to distribute.
I would think they would just hand it to anybody.
The Circle K up at my house at Cortero and I-10.
Yeah.
There used to be an Arby's in that Circle K,
Yeah.
and it's not there anymore.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It made me very sad. I guess the guy the gal who owned that location, it wasn't making the money they needed it to make. Mm-hmm. But now I don't. When do I get Arby's? Ever?
Never. No horsey sauce. No
No.
nothing coming to you.
Chick-fil-A.
Which was just recently voted the most favorite fast food restaurant in the country
To own or to go to?
to go to.
To go to?
Consumer, yeah, consumer voted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they say weird stuff there though at you,
Very culty.
Yeah, and they ask you how your day is, and they always say it's my pleasure.
Uh huh.
Ew.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
It's weird.
it is weird.
It
Well,
is culty.
if you say someone says thank you, and they go, my pleasure.
No, they say
no,
it's my
it's
pleasure.
my-
No,
pleasure.
I know, but I always say, no, my pleasure.
no,
It's no big deal.
it is.
I say this all the time. People say thank you, and I go, nope, not at all. That's my response.
You
okay.
can get them to keep saying it over and over again too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if
Yes.
they have to end the conversation.
It's my pleasure. What is
Yes.
it? My
Yeah.
pleasure. Your what? My pleasure.
And you're like, oh, I forgot. Can I get some ketchup as well? Yes, you can. Okay, thank you. It's my pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, but did I get some salt? Yes, thank you. It's my pleasure. You could do it. I'll try to do it and record it.
Yeah.
And see how many times I can get it done.
All right. So Chick-fil-A. If you want to own a franchise of Chick-fil-A, the down payment's only $10,000.
Damn, that's good.
But they don't say anything about net worth. But
Oh, that's nice.
But apparently they're very selective, and they want owners who are hands-on.
And Christian-y, I
Yeah,
think.
and hate the gays.
Yeah.
You know, CBS and Miramax both had hands-on owners, and it didn't really work out for
You
them.
guys stop talking about how Circle K doesn't like the gays. It's
No,
so not
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
What did I, Circle K? No,
Yeah, you said
Chick-fil-A.
Circle K.
Chick-fil-A. Stop talking about how Chick-fil-A doesn't like the gays. That's such fake news.
No,
Is that
they
fake?
don't.
You guys, it's all fake news.
I think they just donated another $500,000 to anti-gay.
Tell Frank they're putting a new Arby's across the street from the old Circle K location there in Cortero in the freeway.
Is that why our phone lines are blowing up? That's so stupid.
Maybe, yeah. I hope it is. Hi, line 2, you're on the air.
Hey, hi, Frank.
Hey, who's speaking?
Good morning. This is Greg.
Okay, Greg, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, I want to let you know that there's an Arby's coming back in your neighborhood.
Oh, man.
That
Okay.
is, what is the deal with that?
I want to know where, though. You got to tell me where, Greg.
Yeah, you know where they just opened that Dutch Boys or
Dutch Brothers.
Dutch
Coffee?
Brothers Coffee. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is great.
Yeah, right. It's between Dutch Brothers and IHOP. There's a building under construction.
And that's going to be
gonna
the
have
Arby's.
Cereal grillers and Arby's.
Oh, I saw the cereal grillers was going in. That's exciting. All
Yeah,
right, Greg,
Cereal Grillers is fantastic.
thanks for the heads up. Look at that. A white guy called in and didn't call me a racist.
No, he probably didn't hear the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably just tuned in.
Yeah, give them at least one more segment.
Yeah, hold on.